Good morning, traders. Good afternoon. Greetings, whatever, wherever. It's 2216 here in Southeast Asia and 0816 Central Time. I hope everybody is doing well. If you're in the cold parts of the U.S., that you're starting to get power back, etc., and everybody's improving. So we had a minimally good day yesterday. We're still in the 2 contracts on the scaling plan. That'll change when this is 51,501 penny. And this is the 10th day. So anytime now that we reach our target, we'll go automatically into the funded account. And I'm going to get to the market now. So pretty obviously we have a risk-off environment going on with the metals here. That looks like a pretty low volume. Does it need to, I'm not sure if this needs to roll or not. Yeah, I'd say so. And platinum, about platinum. I don't trade metals, so I don't pay a hell of a lot of attention looking at them. Yeah. All right, and financials, moving out of the bonds. All right, so our daily chart is right down to that wick test that we talked about yesterday. Right here, and another one from yesterday. So right back at that balance area that I talked about in this pre-market session yesterday. And here we are again. This was yesterday's trade, and they finished up a little higher, and I was suggesting that we'd probably test that wick, and here we are back down on it again. So pretty big sell-off through the whole Globex, unfortunately. Wasn't participating in any of that, but that was a nice little bit of a test upward, and then pretty much selling off. You were pretty well safe all day long, and you just put in a short and sat on it. Hindsight binoculars are so clear. I love trading with those rear view binoculars on. That's just great fun, except it doesn't ever do much for the account. I have never figured that out yet. But so how did we do with market profiles? Well, they had a pretty nice curve yesterday, a little excess on both ends finally, and we're right back into this heavily traded congestion area when we had balanced area here from last week. They took out this POC yesterday. Sorry, this one yesterday. And see where we go here. We've got an open profile, market profile POC right here at the whole number. And 440, we got the volume area profile. So there's downside. Those would be some pretty downside magnets. And of course, we're still looking at the all-time high up here. So close to the 900 number. All right. Let's see what we see here. This is the 5-minute chart. Just lovely downtrend all day long so far. And we've got about 10 minutes, 9 minutes to the open. Quite a nasty looking profile there. No real bell-shaped kurtosis or anything, just a whole lot of jag. It looks like a ripsaw there, doesn't it? And the POC, just the converse of yesterday, right back up here at the top of the great big, real skinny spike. And what were they sitting on there? Well, that's just probably, I didn't check settle. I'm a little bit spread out this morning. Settle is 699 and just over settlement there a little bit. Settles right there. So we're just at the value at the they just put in a new high, a little bit of a higher high over the last session, and that's where the POC is stuck. So this is a gap, but it's a gap back into range and volume. So not so much as if it were at the one of the extremes, like up here someplace above current trading. So we will watch the market, trade what we see, try to get our profits, and then call it a day. So let's see if I've forgotten something here. The stream looks like it's streaming properly. That's a good thing. Change the date here on the title. See how that, if that title's a little easier to read in the channel. All right, so another day in paradise here. Beautiful, sunny, warm day. I feel for my partners there in Houston. Still quite cold. My son is in Denver, but they're used to it, so nothing out of the ordinary for them. And 5 minutes to the open. Let's see how the platforms hold up here. 621 go? Wow, way the heck up here. So our regular trading hours yesterday, we've put in a lower low and a higher high than the session. We've got the value area high down there at 95 and the POC 655 and value area high at 80. Right about pretty close to our standard deviations there, and UAP pretty much the same area. Overnight POC is way at the top here. Crazy. So trade what you see. Looks like we could be into some chop here. They're waking up. Trade what you see, not what you think. And remember, your goal is to manage your risk, manage your trades, and be able to trade tomorrow. That's the goal, and the day after. So hook in and hang on. 2 minutes. We're red across the board here. And definitely risk off on the equities. 699 is settle. Way up here. So settlement, I should say. Market's open. I always get the feeling there's more action on the Jigsaw Dome. I guess it's just because of the relative scope. We got 10 points on the 10 points on our range here, or our grids. Open auction, very narrow range. Opening swing here. They haven't looked at this low yet. Sellers look like they're coming in here, but got a lot of history piled up over here. See what happens here. If we could take that low out, there should be some stops down there. See if we can take that out. We're one short, but I think we're a little premature, unfortunately. Maybe not. Come on. Yeah, they can't get it. And there we stop. Just can't get breaking through that. I still think we're going to, though. Huh. Well, that's 2 in a row. That's enough for me. I've obviously not got that figured out. Huh. Chopped up. Really thought they were going to take a look down here under all that traffic that was sitting back there. They did put in a new low, so they just by a whisker, they put in a new low, so that stat is satisfied. I don't think I'm going to sucker for it 3 times in a row, guys. So we're 2 losers for 285. Poor market read. See that they moved through the the value area and then bounced, and same story. Now they're up at the top, and normally they will trade it back down to the bottom again, but what's an extremely narrow range, 20 points, 15 points. That's a very, very narrow range for the NQ. A chop zone. Got a lot of low volume area right here. Doesn't seem to have much conviction any direction, does it? We're long one. Buyers are coming in here. ES and NQ are both moving up, but we're not seeming to get much traction here. I'm not real sure why. Can't seem to get going. Well, that's it for me. 3 is a charm, or 3 strikes and you're out, or whatever. That's just damn annoying, is what that is. Such lack of follow through. Strange. And right up here to this volume area, you would just seem certain to me we were going to head up there some more. That's what I get for thinking. So, not a very encouraging start for the day. What exactly is going on here? Well, they're not up to value here yet. They got close. Maybe that was the problem. They just got rejected out of value there. That's value area low. Yeah, they're definitely real tight range and a lot of chop here for sure on that. Huh. What a tight chop fest just sideways. I can't reduce my risk much more than 1 unless I go to micros, which I don't really want to do, but it's annoying as hell to take 3 of those like that. That's a problem with the bracket and the asymmetrical trade with that break-even stop. It's nice when it works, but you lose more if you go to stop. Your stop is greater than your break-even profit. So that's not, it's asymmetrical backwards. I got to rethink that whole plan. This weekend I was looking forward to just knocking this out slowly and getting into the the funded account and the pro account there, or at least past the into the twos. It's the problem with just that small profitability. But it's risk control, so there we are. And this is definitely a chop fest there. I haven't taken this either direction. Not that you can't make money trading this range, but I'm a little gun shy at the moment. After misreading 3 times, I was really quite disappointed about that one. These were misreads. That one there was just looked to me like they were very definitely going to get a little bit of a breakout there, but no such luck. And not really one of my regular setups, but every now and then you kind of I guess I succumb to context. But they need to start doing something as my interest is fading fast here. That bed is sounding better and better. And of course, now they take it up there to the top. Keep thinking that's going to go up there. Looks like they haven't tested into value here yet and come through this low volume area. I would imagine that's what's going to happen here, but I don't know. I imagine 3 times the wrong way, so maybe discretion's the better part of valor here. Seems like they're sitting on it, like they got a lid on it for some reason to me. Very, very poor movement for the NASDAQ, that's for darn sure. That zipper action again here. Pulled up the value area. POC is still sitting on that big number. And here they come. Well, there's the stop breakout I was looking for over here. Timing is everything, huh? Timing is everything. Up to value there now. Did they get rejected? Well, according to this, value area low is 593. That stop run right there is what I was expecting over here. Darn it. 50-50. That's the name of the game. Every time you click that button, it's 50-50. Pretty much 100% short overnight inventory. Generally, there's some correction, but they could be taking this, deciding to take this further down. Got to get that asymmetrical setup changed around, because that 430, that's basically 2 days, 2.5 days, maybe 3 days worth of work. Well, that's not right. It's the other way. It should be the other way around. Stop should be less than, or at least equal to, the minimum take profit on that bracket, I guess. I got to think about that. The problem is, if I lower the stop from 8 points, it's so close with the volatility of the NASDAQ, you're going to get whipped out. You're going to get caught in the noise and stopped out just in the noise. So, tough decision there. And here we are at the POC. So they didn't have much luck getting up into here. They are certainly not doing anything that's exciting me here, except annoying me for taking my money, for being a dummy, running dummy. That's what happens. Losses are all a part of trading. Absolutely. This is a little bit of not good thinking right here. The first one, okay. Second one. But I actually thought that we were going to get this pop right here. Generally, they are a little bit more exploratory out of the box there, I was thinking. And that's what I get for thinking. Well, now what are they going to do? Looks like the ES is selling off. NASDAQ going to go back across there or not? Kind of wishy-washy delta here. Nothing really exciting. No, that was a pretty classic value area run there. Up and down. And they keep pushing the value area up a little bit. I wonder if I could try another one. I don't know. What I thought the last time. So trying to get up to that value area there. They just don't seem to have the legs. Delta's kind of going anemic. They're not having much luck getting back into value down here or getting any headway to the upside. So I am just thinking I shall turn this mess off before I convince myself to take another trade. I keep thinking it's going to get rocking here one direction or the other, and I'd love to just jump on one for a few $100, get a little of that money back, but generally that thinking costs money more than it makes. And there was a classy example. I was just considering long right there, and looky what happened. Boom, another stop. So much for that. Now, will they bring it across value again? Maybe so. They got a triple high going on here, basically, or a triple top almost. And that's right at 582. So where are we over here? It's about the same thing, just exactly value. They're just coming right up to value and bouncing, getting pushed back. Yesterday's value area high, or value area low, sorry. On the charting, it's up here a little bit, which is kind of strange. It doesn't look like it's in the same relative area, or that TPO chart's not as accurate. I'm gonna have to think about this charting software. I've used Investor RT and a couple others that are pretty darn good and accurate, and it's kind of hard after you get used to something like that, but this is free. Comes with TopStep, and I like a lot of it, but it's just I don't like inaccuracy like that. I like to count on it. After all, my financial business this is the main tool of my financial business. So, it's important. Sitting on that 430 drawdown. That's disappointing for a Thursday evening. Bracket change here. They come across value again, at least to the POC so far. We're in the B bracket now, right at half back. Will they be able to reload and get up into value? Considering they traded all the way across value and the entire range, yesterday's regular trading session range in the Globex market tonight or last night, today, whatever. I don't know what to think about that, actually. This daily chart, they're just banging on that support that I talked about yesterday, and the Swick test. They haven't really gone any place different. That was their low from yesterday, a couple, 3 days ago. Here's these resistance or the support areas. Don't know. As sure as the world, the minute I head to bed or shut this thing off, I'll look in the morning and it will just go up to a new time, at least to the value or the view up there, or new highs or something. But that's the great part about the trading, especially the futures market. There's always opportunities. Today's not so much, but Well, we're on that bracket change. I'm going to take a little break here and get a little exercise, look out the window, focus my eyes on some distance, do a couple of push-ups or something, grab some water. I'll be right back. And of course, it sold off. Wow, big break on the ES. And of course, I was sit here for 30 minutes and have 3 losing trades, and the minute I go someplace, it makes a move. They're going to keep going here. Let's see what we got happening here. We're down here. Get up around this little volume area here. I'll take another run down. I don't know. Looks a little wishy-washy there to me. That'll probably break through now. Yeah, break out the lows here. Yeah. There we go. Not much, though. Boy, the ES is falling out of bed over here. So they obviously didn't think that there was a very good chance to get back into value. And they're continuing to move lower. This is Yes, continues to break down. Five-minute chart. Oh, the problem I have with a larger time frame chart like this, I prefer that, but with the volatility and the stop placement due to the risk management I have to have, uh, it's just not there, you know. I don't think anyway. I've got to get the back testing going again, and so I can do some scenarios like that. We're back up to value. There's a little better movement there, a little more the kind of thing that you would expect. Test a value area low there from below and then get that bounce off. My daughter tucked into bed here, so realized what time it was, and she's got school in the morning. I get Get her up for school quite early. Well, halfway down on the second bracket, bracket meaning the one of these on the market profile, as opposed to the bracket in the orders, or over here. And now we're putting in a consolidation area. Which way will it break, up or down? Are they going to break it down again? But whole number there, 500, has been pretty psychological. I would say they're going to try to get through that. And now we'll do that. I was on top of that cumulative delta line there. I didn't pay attention. Try to get those about the same. Yes, it's coming down. Buyers are definitely, or sellers are in. but doesn't look very aggressive here. All these little short bodies, and it's just kind of grinding its way down, and that's frustrating for me. But they are definitely exploring lower, not too aggressively, but they are. Been reading a lot from the turtle traders, 2 or 3 of them. Interesting technique. What a wonderful opportunity that was. Jerry Parker is one of the more famous ones. He runs uh, a hedge fund. Chesapeake. I think it's a Chesapeake fund, I think it's called. And another guy whose name I forgot. What a wonderful opportunity that newspaper ad was for the folks that were selected. Here we go again with the down move here, but just kind of grinding down. It's not where are they trying to go with this thing anyway? Well, they've taken out that POC I mentioned during the pre-market kind of thing, and here's that volume area POC from way back last week or week before last when we had that big consolidation area that you can just barely see that gray POC. They just took that out. That's from the market profile, and for the volume profile of the same day, that is here. So each one of these color bands is a standard deviation away from the open and the opening initial balances there. In hindsight, that looks like a real easy trade. have your resting order right here and take that little pullback down. But, or should you have your resting order here and then get run over? Or here? It would have worked there. But at least this one was on the right way down. Consolidation, move, pull back down. That makes a lot more sense. Now this pullback, is it gonna work? How far down does this thing want to go? Yeah, that pullback would have been okay. That would have been the stop out anyway, I guess. I'll sure be glad when my new automated or motorized or whatever stand-up desk gets here so I can get away from this sitting all day. I'm so used to that stand-up desk that I have on the other side there in Houston that this thing is debilitating. Nice, comfortable office chair and desk, but still, park here for a lot of hours every day. Try to get up every 30 minutes or so and get a little exercise. I work out pretty strenuously in the morning for about 2 hours. And then throughout the day, I try to break it up about every 30, 45 minutes. Go look out the window, let my eyes refocus, and do some push-ups. I got some dumbbells in here, stuff like that, just to kind of keep the blood moving and the brain awake. It's now 23:26. I will probably consider shutting the stream off here at the bottom of the hour, just because I've had those 3 losses, and I'm sort of thinking that I will not try to push my luck. I just don't feel comfortable about the way this price action is moving, that I've got a good grip on it. And I have three reasons and 430 reasons why I'm not reading the market right. They're aiming for that. Would not surprise me in the least if we take out this POC. It's only another 15 points. Oh no. These are on 20s over here. But still. Say 40 to 40 points. 40 points, 35 points. 2 months ago, this thing was flapping around 40, 50 points. No problem on a bar. 60, 70 points on a 5-minute bar. Kind of hard to get used to this tight range here. Now, I would think that we would move across this volume area up here to this support here, but yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to do, I guess. The ES is just on a steady one-time framing lower. So far, the market profile is one-timing lower. One-time framing lower. There's that little trip across volume. That's a little bit more normal. Every time they get a little consolidation, they just reload in the shorts and away they go. But where cumulative delta is just getting tighter and tighter and just a little bit to the upside. So see what happens there. And there's our bracket. So are they going to make the move for this POC? They've covered this VWAP or this POC from the market profile here. Basically a 1, 2, 3, looking at a 4 taps on the bottom down there. There's a whole bunch of stops laying down there, I would suppose, from all the people that are just so excited for that thing to go long. See if they take that, move that out, and if there's a little bit of a stop pile up down there and they get a run. So essentially, this is certainly not my market. Interesting sell-off, though. ES is definitely moving. Looks like a lot more tradable, actually, than the NASDAQ is, just looking at it. Consolidation period here and then breaking down. However, the 5-minute NASDAQ probably looks pretty much the same. Yep. So I don't think that I am going to trade this market anymore today. I believe that I will wrap the stream off here. I just don't feel like I'm in sync with it, and there's 430 reasons why not. 3 trades, $140 each, essentially. And nothing good about that other than short time, 22 seconds. So just quick stops. That's a misread, absolutely. Those trades are over here at the beginning of the day. There was a short there that went the wrong way, and another one thinking it was going to go the wrong way, and okay, let's go long on a breakout, and it pulled back. So, so much for not having the pulse of the market. And I just was thinking this was going to happen over here. And had this happened here, well, woulda, shoulda, coulda, right? Get those rear view binoculars all shined up. There we go. Back up to back up to the value area low. Across that volume, low volume area. Even today's regular trading hours profile is nasty looking. Kind of two distributions and no real normal bell-shaped kurtosis there, and you know, 110 points of range, top to bottom. Under normal circumstances, this would be an area where a mean reversion trade back up here to the POC across all of this low volume area somewhere, or even the value area high, and you know where you're wrong. But I'm behind the 8 ball over here already, so it's kind of a little too dicey, I think. A little too dicey. Buyers are coming in, but there's some pretty heavy traffic right here. And they may just grind it all the way across. You never know. That would be my, if you want to follow market auction theory, they explore one direction until they run out of people wanting to do something, wanting to buy, or they can't facilitate two-way trade, and then they explore across the other way. And they haven't really explored anything to the upside here towards VWAP or the value area high. Much more exploration has been down to the low side. And if they keep monkeying around down at this level, they're going to pull that POC down there real fast. 694 there. Well, it's already pulled. Yep, there we go. No sooner did I say that, there it is. So now you're sitting right on POC. So that's a bad thing. That's a bad place to trade from. That's diddling in the middle. Thou shalt not diddle in the middle. They might run it up. Oftentimes when you get a POC flip like that to a lower part of the value area, then you do get a movement away from that, because that's kind of telling you, well, yeah, we've established two-way trade here now, and this has been accepted. So let's go see if we can get them to accept somewhere else. That's the auction process, right? When you get buyers at a certain price, then you try to take that price a little higher or lower, whichever way you're going. But most auctions are always going up. Other than the trading markets, my experience with auctions are livestock auctions in the West, where I grew up. See how that congested traffic right there at the POC and the single standard deviation sigma 1, and pretty darn close to the value area low, and all kinds of things going on there. All kinds of reasons not to trade that market. I'm going to try to spend a little time in the Globex tomorrow around the Asia close, London open, I think, maybe even a little earlier. I was looking at the Globex today, and quite often there's good opportunities there. I mean, you know, bump, pretty much of a downtrend. Absolutely. Of course, it's choppy. And similar idea to what we got going on now. But I may take a little exploration around up here. So if you're interested to see any of that trading, click the subscribe or the bell button, and then you'll be notified when the stream goes live. I'd appreciate the subscription and the thumbs up. Try to get some more viewers in here so that we get a bit of a community. That would be nice. I would like that, and I'm sure two-way conversation's always better. One, two, three, and up we go. If they can get some horsepower under them, they can get it away from this thing and actually get it all the way, take it across that. You know, you're talking about 5, 10, 25, I mean, 50 or so points there. That would be a nice trade, but it's just not looking very likely, considering we've been basically in this downtrend. They did break structure here from the downtrend, but we're still one time framing down on the profile charts. So I'm not going to stay up long enough to see them decide they want to take this market up, if in fact they do. And considering the entire Globex was a down sell-off market, that's, well, no sooner than I say that, it'll probably take off now. A little bit of buy action down here. Just awfully close to the POC and trading away from it. That's trading from the center out is not nearly as high a probability trade as mean reversion. So I'm going to call it here at the quarter. Trade safely. Remember that risk management is the key, and your mission as a trader is to be able to trade tomorrow. And that's exactly what I'm going to be able to do, because I was constrained enough to accept that loss and on those 3 trades, and not FOMO in on anything or get any revenge trade going on here. And I'll be able to trade tomorrow, and I'll get that $400 back in short order, and then so. Get this thing over the profit target and into the funded account where I don't have to be thinking about all these various performance rules. That'll be a nice relief. If you're not familiar what I'm talking about, this is step 2 of the $50,000 TopStep combine. My profit target is 53,000. I was up at about 51.5 here, pretty close today, until this little episode right over here. At 51,500, I will have my scaling up increased to 3 lots. I can trade 2 at the moment, but since I had a rather large drawdown a week or 2 ago when I didn't be as cautious as I am being tonight, I switched from 2 contracts, which is my usual trade, to 1 and then built that back up. So, and that's what I'll continue to do. I'll stay with 1 until I've got this over 1500, and then I'll feel, then I'll move back to 2. And then when you've got 2 contracts, obviously, as just as easily you can lose more money, but then you can also build that P&L quicker, assuming you're on a good track, which I have been on the last few days. So this is the first losing day, I think, in some time. Second losing day out of 10, I guess it is. Because I'm going to shut off now and not try to fight it back or whatever. So have a very good day. Enjoy yourself. Stay healthy. Wash your hands. Do all the things you need to do to fight the pandemic and manage your risk so that you can trade tomorrow. I'd say they're going to break out of there and probably take this thing straight up towards that VWAP. And I'm just going to sit here and be mad as hell. So I'm going to turn it off. Because it's the only thing that makes you more mad than that FOMO story is when you think that's going to happen and you look at this consolidation right here, and then they just take it the other way and stop you out. That's like right now. Look at how many times it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trips up there to that level and still haven't gotten through it. So what's the magical reason that they're doing that? Who knows? What's so great about 520? I don't know. All right. Trade safe. Stay healthy. Click the buttons there, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Happy trading and best of luck.